One of the easiest ways that I've seen to build a warband for Warcry is to use the Warhammer community site and the Varanscribe list builder. You want to go to the Warhammer community site, then go to list building tools, then Warcry Varanscribe. Once you get there, Warcry Varanscribe, get started, and you have your other lists that you can choose from, any list you've built, and then you can start here. So we are going to build a Legions of Nagash list. We're going to name our warband Rolling Bones, and then we are ready. Now we can choose an origin for our warband, and in the Warcry Bringers of the Dead, it has a list of flavor for each of the armies contained in the book. So in the origins you have the friends and family. It is, your warband consists of the risen corpses of those once closest to your leader, and that is what we are going to choose for our origin for this. Then we can move down here. We can have up to 20 fighters and up to 3 allies or heroes. Heroes are leaders other than the leader that's in your warband. And they do not count as being a leader. You can only have one leader in your game, in your warband, other than heroes. And allies are from other leaders from other armies other than yours. So Legions and Nagash, I could use Flesh Eater Courts as allies, things like that. So I'm going to add a fighter and choose my leader. So my leader is going to be the Necromancer, and we are going to name him Dirge. Now here you can see the points cost for them and the rune marks that they have. Then we can choose a background, and the background I am going to choose for him is I for quality, and that is, this warrior is always looking out for fine specimens to add to their warband. Now this is flavor, doesn't play anything into the game necessarily, but it's fun to have there, and they have the stuff in there for it. They also have a D10 name generator for first and last names if you wanted to use that. Then as the campaign goes through and you gain lesser artifacts, artifacts of power, or command traits, you can choose, once you've rolled them up and done them, or done however you and your group decide to do it, you can go in and select the ones that you have gained in there. Makes it easy to track. Also, as you gain destiny levels, you can check those there. Now again, we can have up to 20 fighters, so we are going to add other fighters. I am going to choose a Blood Knight. I'm actually going to choose 3 of those, and Garish is going to be my first one. Ronan will be my second one, and Brocklin will be my third one. No, not Brocklin, Brocklin. And you can see here that they're 195 points, and they have these 2 rune marks, so they are mounted. Then the next fighters I'm going to choose are the Vargheist, and 235 points. They are beasts and they fly, and I am going to have 3 of those, and they are going to be Daleth, Brahmi, and Brahmas. You can see here I have 7 fighters. Points doesn't really matter, other than kind of want to pay attention to what you're going to be able to build with this. If I just had these big tough fighters in here, I wouldn't be able to have very many fighters in there. And knowing what my warband can do and what the leader can do, I will want to have a few other lesser servants in there. So I am going to take the skeleton with ancient spear. I'm going to have 2 of those, and they are going to be Kissil and Roshin. And then I'm going to take 2 skeletons with the ancient blade, and they're going to be Kalmar. I can type. And on Dylan. Because you can add fighters during the aftermath stage of the campaign, I'm not going to worry about adding any more there of the regular fighters. That should be enough to get me going. I am going to add a hero and some allies. So for my allies, I am going to choose from the Oziark Bone Reapers, I'm going to choose a Liege Cavalos. And here you see he's 250 points with the leader, the elite, and the mount. And then I'm going to choose a Mortisan Soul Mason. Then I'm going to choose a hero, and the hero from these guys that I'm going to choose a White King with Black Axe. That is my warband so far. Again, I can add to it or go as I might during the game. Then you can come into campaign and you can choose a quest, and there's quests in the core book as well as in the Bringers of Death, and I am going to go with the Blooded Talons. Blooded Talons. Here in campaign mode, you can track your glory points from the aftermath sequence. Then you can also add your dominated territories, as well as track your tracking along the campaign. Also, like we showed on the other one, when you finish your convergence, you can choose the artifact of power from the drop down list on your thing, so on your roster, so you have all of that stuff already here. Then when you go into play a campaign game, it brings up your group here, and you select which you want them to be in, your dagger, your hammer, or your shield. So I'm going to choose my necromancer to be in my shield, a blood knight to be in my hammer, and a Vargeist to be in my dagger. Then I'm going to choose a second Vargeist to be in my shield, and then that leaves me with 140 points left, so I am going to choose a skeleton warrior with ancient spear to be in my dagger, and a skeleton warrior with ancient blade to be in my hammer. That puts me at 970, so I have 30 points left, which is not enough to add anybody else. And here you have my dagger, hammer, shield. Then you can go to play. Then once you have come into the play a battle, it'll have your warband here, and as your players activate, then you can choose the activate. If they wait, you can do the wait, and you can count down their damage there. Convenient if you don't want to use the cards. Also will have their destiny level if they have any, and will have any artifacts or things such as that, and a little drop down menu to tell you what they each are, and keep track of which one's in which. Then when you are done, you can exit battle mode and go back to here, load a roster, and update anything from the game that may have happened. I hope that helps any of you that were looking at an easier way to build a warband. Again, you'll still want the book to get the abilities and the things like that. This gives you a quick and easy reference to do it. So remember, if you like this video, to like and subscribe, and we'll be back later with more Warcry.